Part 2. Real talk and sports.
With Pat and Tay. I like this joint. I mean, that Braves.
We talking about the West Coast, you know, we forgot about game. But we ain't forget about them opening up Part 2 of Volume 7.
Volume 7.
Man.
Thank you, folks.
Back.
This is the sports edition.
You know what it is. Part 2.
We give you the news first, then we come back with the
sports.
sports.
You know what it is.
That's what we do.
We cover it all. Here, real talk and sports.
We back.
No games.
Let's go.
Don't play no games.
Follow us. RTN Sports on the Twitter. You got the podcast.
Yep. Real talk and sports.libsyn.com. You know, this will be up tomorrow, the whole show. So go check it out. You better check it out. Go to the YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? All the videos on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Including this video that's going to be on YouTube probably pretty soon. So, man, email.
You can hit us on the email. Any feedback, any suggestions.
We've been getting a little feedback.
Yeah, I've been getting feedback.
We're trying to get somebody
sports at yahoo.com.
So,
again, that's RTNS.
Somebody want a shirt.
RTNS. Let's go.
Somebody want a shirt. I'm telling you, it's going to be sweet.
Yeah, when we get those shirts, send us the email.
When we wear our shirts, don't be
yahoo.com.
No, I'm saying you want a shirt. But then you want a shirt. But now you want a shirt.
You going to want a shirt.
You saying our shirt, and it was better than your shirt. And you was like, oh.
Valentine's Day came.
Look like that.
It's coming, folks.
After you seen it, it was too late.
It's romantic.
Because we had it. And you
roses.
So I'm telling you, you better send some emails. Because you
money.
might get an exclusive joint and you won't even know. You know what I'm saying?
RTNS Sports.
RTN Sports.
I know. I'm messing with the folks today. I catch it.
You might get out.
RTN Sports.
I mean, you don't know what it's gonna say on the shirt. It might just say RTN.
Making sure the people listening.
Yeah, it might just say RTN. You never know. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get, but unless you send an email, you ain't gonna get nothing. Man, so I guess we can start with
LT
pushing Mr.
Lawrence Taylor
on his
the greatest
56th birthday, number 56.
Giant ever.
Turns 56.
Besides Odell.
That's awesome. Odell was the new greatest giant of all time.
You seen Odell dunking?
After what he did. Man, that dude got game.
Odell.
But I mean, when you come from daddy had game, mama go run. So
you know his shot.
His grandma, he said his grandmother got the biggest hands out of him, his father, and his mother. His grandmother got the biggest hands.
Shaq was his father's roommate.
Yes, his godfather.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Shaq's his godfather. So I mean, if he's going around Shaq, I mean, that's probably the biggest dude in the world.
Speaking of New York, it's 3-year anniversary of Linsanity. When he came out and scored 25 points, had 5 assists, 6 rebounds.
Man,
he was a savior. He was a savior.
He was everywhere.
There was a point in time where Knicks fans were asking themselves, who takes the last shot? Carmelo or Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy Lin.
That was crazy, folks.
For what? Couple months?
2 months?
Yeah, couple months.
Till Derrick Rose and John Wall exposed him.
Man.
So,
Jeremy Lin.
Speaking of, Phil Jackson came out and made comments saying that the triangle offense has fell flat on its face.
I mean, you know, it's really only one triangle offense.
It takes a while, man.
It will only be ran great by 2 teams, and it worked out in Phil's favor that he got to have Michael Jordan and Scottie and then have Shaq and Kobe. Because really the triangle needs the big man.
It needs a big man.
Even though Mike didn't have the big man, they had good enough big men to do what he needed the big man to do. So when he got Shaq, he got the ultimate dude. So, I mean, yeah, man. Like I said, you figure it out. Who do he have on the floor that equates to MJ or Scottie or Kobe or Shaq?
I mean, the closest was Melo, and Melo's not even the same breath.
Not even close.
Folks, here's another thing. I love the Knicks, right? Carmelo is not that. He's good. He doesn't make the players around him better.
He don't.
So, my thing about it is, do I think Melo's a Hall of Famer? Yes.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely going to the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Does Melo make the players around him better? No.
He's great.
So
is he great? Is he great? I don't know.
Can you call Melo?
Is Carmelo Anthony great?
Let us know.
LeBron's great.
Let us know on the Twitter page.
I give LeBron a great.
Let us know on the Twitter page if you think
Melo's
great.
Great. I mean, he don't
That's
really.
a tough question.
His resume not that good.
He makes All-Star games and he scores.
Got a lot of All-Stars and some scoring titles. All NBA teams. I mean,
gold medals.
A couple contracts, some gold medals.
National championship.
National title.
Syracuse.
High school title.
Syracuse.
Talk
about that later.
Yeah. Can't forget about Syracuse.
Yeah, and you know what? Another place. There's a lot going on in Cleveland right now. Cleveland, Ohio.
Busy. Cleveland's busy.
Home of Drew Carey.
And the Browns and the Cavs. The Cavs.
Shout out to happy birthday to former great DeJuan Wagner. This is 32nd. DeJuan scored 100 in high school.
DeJuan.
I don't know what happened to DeJuan.
What happened to DeJuan Wagner?
I don't know. The Cavs don't need him now. They got LeBron back.
Is he playing overseas?
I don't know where he's at.
Playing overseas.
He's not playing in the NBA.
I would assume he's playing overseas. He got to be playing overseas. Like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk about you.
That's all right. That's cool.
On your birthday, I did.
It's 32nd.
I did just go in.
Happy birthday, DeJuan.
Happy birthday, man.
If you're listening to this,
yeah.
Corey McGetty, you're probably gonna listen to this. Send us over to DeJuan. I know you. They did play in LA for a brief stint.
Yeah, so you might be cool.
With Q.
Might be cool. You know what I'm saying? There we go, man. Q.
Former Knicks great.
Yeah, Q Rich was the man.
Nah, but and that's him and LeBron had a little rivalry.
I know.
You heard LeBron's thinking about coming off the bench. He's willing to come off the bench.
LeBron's a fool.
LeBron's bugging. He's not gonna come off the bench.
LeBron is trying to do whatever he can to win the title.
He wants a title,
including the foolery. So LeBron, you get the foolery award for the week for even mentioning coming off the bench because you averaging 31, 7, and 8.
You played to win the game.
What are you talking about coming off the bench? Are you kidding me? Come on,
got an 11-game winning streak.
MVP wants to come off the bench. Mike ain't never
off the bench.
You couldn't sit Mike down. Kobe, you can't. They ain't sit down.
What?
Come on.
They trying to play 50 minutes in a 48-minute game.
Really, Ron, I think, man, that the headline is getting to you, brother. I think you might be focusing on that a little bit too much because it's starting to affect your brain, man. Come off the bench.
Yeah, man.
He's a fool.
The Hawks lost.
The Atlanta Hawks. Man, they finally took an L after going 17-0 in January. Went undefeated for the month. So,
you hear about the team? The whole starting lineup was the January team of the month.
I bet 17-0 for the month.
For the players of the month.
I know. That's why I said they went 17-0.
That's crazy
for the whole month. So I mean,
how do you do that?
Why not? Why not give them the player of the month, the whole team? I mean, they was that good. Well, they could afford to get player of the month. That's for sure.
Yeah, there was some good games on tonight. We had Atlanta,
some big games.
Atlanta and Washington, and the Warriors and Mavericks.
Mavs. Those games happen tonight.
We'll probably find out.
I'm not sure who won those games, but
some good teams.
We can catch it. I'm sure it's been on Twitter by now. I heard somebody got dunked on.
Yeah, Bradley Beal got dunked on.
Brad heard you.
Bradley, you're a shooter.
Hey, Brad heard you took the L at the basket, man.
Yeah.
I've seen the little clip of it, but I haven't really
he jumped,
seen the whole
but the
thing
other dude
yet,
elevated.
I think you got it wrong. For you, Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State's been killing.
Definitely got to talk about Golden State, man. That backcourt is legit.
And they have Damon Green, Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut. I mean, they have a good team. David Lee, a lot of good players. Speaking of players, my Ohio players, Mr. Man. Josh Gordon.
Yeah, we was talking about Ohio, right?
And Johnny Money.
We kind of got off target, but we got swing. We got swing back. We done flew.
We're swinging back.
We done flew to a couple places. We flew to Washington, and we flew to the A. Then we flew to the Bay.
Now we in Cleveland.
Now we in
Johnny.
Cleveland.
Johnny checked himself into a rehab clinic.
Went to Dallas.
Yeah. Johnny, I give him 3 years solid. He'll be an announcer in the SEC. He'll be an announcer in the SEC station. So that's what's going on. That's what's gonna go on. Yeah, and we got Josh drinking on the plane with the receiver coach.
The team was on the plane. Not just the receiving coach. He on the plane with everybody.
On the plane with everyone. So
was Johnny on the plane?
Nah, Johnny wasn't on the plane.
He was drinking too.
Johnny
though. You know Johnny.
Josh gone for a year.
Johnny prime time, but yeah, man, what's going on?
All that
with
talent.
Josh Gordon. Please, brother. Get your life right. Somebody help the young man. You were all pro last year, man. What are you doing? Well, I'm sorry, because the NFL season is over, right? Yeah. So yeah, 2 NFL seasons ago,
we won't see him till
you
2016.
were all pro. Man,
won't see him. Josh Gordon has not.
What's going on with Josh, man?
Has not had a year where he has not failed a drug test since 7th grade.
It's terrible.
Since 7th grade. Josh needs help, man. Hey, Josh, you out there? We're praying for you, man. Yeah. So much talent, man.
Yeah, man. Don't let all that.
And it's natural talent.
All those blessings, man.
And it wasn't because of marijuana. It was because of alcohol.
This time he was drinking.
And speaking of marijuana, Mr. Nick Diaz.
And Anderson Silva. Let's just talk about last week's UFC main event for a second. That main event was cloudy than a mother the whole time, though. Cloudy main event, though.
One dude smoking weed.
Anderson Silva and Nick Diaz.
Both tested positive.
And they post-fight urinalysis. Anderson came up on the roids, and Nick came up on the cannabis. So he had to smoke a joint before he went for Anderson Silva.
Would you? With them cakes. Anderson broke his ankle. He broke his ankle. Remember snapped his ankle?
Yeah.
So
that's tough.
Steroids.
That's tough, man. Anderson Silva done tarnished his career, man. Through steroids.
Them steroids, man.
I mean, when you want to shoot up.
That's what happens. You get shot down.
Get shot down when you shoot up.
Speaking of getting shot down.
Mr.
Floyd Mayweather.
Trying to go to Australia.
The Aussies wouldn't let him in.
Nah. Ozzy said, can't play with him, can't coach him, can't do it. My man got shut down at the I don't think he was there. I think that he might have like called ahead or something. And they told him not to come. Well, he might have been there, then they told him he couldn't come in. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, he didn't make it
happen, but I know that they said you're not allowed because of your conduct.
Because of your previous conduct.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
And then we got Floyd and Manny fight stalling.
Man, Floyd and Manny. I'm not ready to see Floyd fight somebody else in May, man, because I don't know what's going on. You know, first they were saying it was Bob Earn. Then they were saying that it was HBO and Showtime. Now they saying it's somebody else. Man, I don't know who it is. I think both of these two dudes got enough money.
And they about to get paid.
Where they can go fight anywhere.
And they about to get paid.
And make it happen.
They about to get paid.
But they not making it happen.
They're not making it happen.
I'm about tired of it.
They're not making it happen. But you know who's making it happen? Miss Serena Williams.
Taylor Gang making it happen.
Serena Williams.
That's who making it happen. Taylor Gang.
19th Grand Slam.
Serena looked good last week, man.
Crush Maria
Sharapova. Got her
major
business. Got her. I mean, she. Oh, well, she is a major poo-poo against Serena though. She's like all time, like 2-17 or something.
She owns it. So I woke up and watched the match.
Man, so
3 in the morning.
She probably had a long
Sunday morning.
Yeah, on Sunday morning. They play at like 2 in the morning
Yeah.
on our time. They play over there.
So she won. We had
my man
Djokovic. A lot of controversy though.
Djokovic won his Australian Open.
Andy Murray said he faked the injury.
Try to pull a Willis Reed. He's playing. Out there on his injury, and and win the Australian Open. I mean, it's nothing.
That's his 8th title.
Like
8 Grand Slam. It's nothing.
2 Chainz. Yeah. It's nothing.
Yeah, I like that song. That's
I mean, he faked the injury. I mean, Djokovic been killing, man. He's had his last like 2 or 3 years, man.
Yeah.
He's been having.
He's the only one.
Him and Nadal.
I'm about to say he's the only one. Murray has done his thing
every now and then. You sprinkle some Murray.
Murray's the new Andy Roddick.
Yeah, sprinkle some Murray on a whole lot of Djokovic and what's my man's name?
Nadal?
And Nadal sandwich.
Sprinkle some of it?
Sprinkle a little Andy Murray on there.
Yeah. And Serena Williams, she's playing at Indian Wells for the first time in 14 years.
14 years,
She
man.
said they booed her.
Yeah, they booed her.
Back in 2001, so.
They talking about they thought she was faking an injury. Because her and her sister were supposed to be going against each other. And it didn't happen that way.
It didn't happen that way.
So.
And then we got Gino. With a Gino
congrats to Gino.
900
Gino
wins.
got 900 wins, man. That's awesome.
9 titles.
I mean, they've been dominating.
UConn, Connecticut.
Man,
that's the only reason how people know Connecticut.
It seems like every All-Star from that's in the WNBA came from UConn.
Donna Taurasi, Sue Cash.
Just think about it.
Maya Moore.
Yeah, just think about it. If you go through the list of all of the stars that have gone through Gino. And won championship.
Gino has 900 wins and only 134 losses.
Yeah, I mean they've been going perfect for almost a decade.
All the time.
When was the last time you seen UConn lose more than 2 games?
I mean,
name the last year you saw that.
That's
happen.
tough.
They might go undefeated and then lose in the Final Four or something like that.
Yeah, they would.
I mean, they always lose to the same team. It's always either Stanford or
Notre
Dame, somebody, But they got to be tough, or Duke. They always lose to a tough team. They'll never lose to no scrub. So, man, yeah, definitely got to get that shout out to Gino.
And then we have, speaking of...
Since we talking up north, we might as well talk about the Qs, huh?
The self-imposed.
The band from the Qs. That's tough. Syracuse, they done banned themselves from postseason.
What are you doing up there?
What kind of stuff is that? What's going on?
Well,
he trying to get 1,000 wins. He need like 48 wins to get to 1,000.
Yeah, acting that way, he won't.
It doesn't sound like it.
They can't even play in a conference tournament.
They might got no conference play at all.
So
they might be cutting. Might be time for Bajan to
hang
shut
it
it down. I don't know. I mean, stay tuned to that.
Hang it up. Bring Derek Coleman in.
That's big.
Ronnie Cycli.
Ronnie Cycli. I used to like Ronnie Cycli though when he played with Miami.
He did.
He was nice.
Virginia went ahead to beat UNC.
My Tar Heels, man. That was tough to see.
A bad week for the Tar Heels.
It was a bad
Coach
week.
K broke Dean Smith's record.
Yeah.
Coach K broke Dean Smith's record, folks. 423 ACC wins.
Yeah, I mean that was bound to happen though. Dean hasn't been coaching in quite a while.
They lose.
That was a lot of wins.
To Virginia.
Man, Virginia.
First time since 1981, Virginia has beat a ranked UNC team.
Haven't beat UNC and Chapel Hill since Ralph Sampson.
I want to talk to Sampson.
It might be some people that's watching this that don't even know who Ralph Sampson is. Now, Ralph Sampson was a bad boy.
He was bad.
But if you look up Ralph Sampson, you'll see that he played somewhere back in the early 80s. So, that's a long time ago.
Free Gucci.
That's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago.
Virginia might make a run, man. That March Madness coming up.
Madness coming up.
Virginia's ranked in the top 3. Virginia's might.
I like Duke.
I don't like Duke.
I like Duke.
I don't like Duke. I never liked Duke.
I know I don't either.
I like Tar
but
Heels. I can't like
Yeah,
Duke.
but I like Duke this year.
I like Tar Heels, so I can't like Duke because if I like Tar Heels, I can't like Duke.
Yeah, and I mean a lot. Again, Coach K is a special coach. He coached.
I mean, Coach K's the man. I mean,
coach a lot of the NBA All Stars.
Yeah, I mean, he coached the Olympic team, and he coached a lot of NBA All Stars.
They named the teams.
Couple.
It's gonna be in Brooklyn.
Couple great players. You know what I'm saying? That went through Duke and went through some Hall of Famers. So.
How do you feel about the All Stars that they picked? The NBA All Stars. I like Harden getting picked.
Man, D. Lil got snubbed.
Damian didn't get it.
Damian Lillard got snubbed. There's no way possible. Did you see Damian Lillard dunk last night?
Yeah.
I don't know
the truth. But there's so many good point guards.
Man, Damian
Chris
Lillard,
Paul's
they
in the
need to put
game.
him
Westbrook.
on the team. He's
Lowry.
I mean, but he's in the East.
Yeah. I'm just saying that. You got
John Wall.
You got Steph Curry.
Making his first career start this year.
Klay Thompson.
Clay. Yeah.
Clay.
Made it. He deserved it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, after what he
37
did.
points in
after
one
what he
quarter.
did last month.
Klay Thompson.
Man, his January was pretty hot.
Dwight Howard's out for 4 months.
I know. Surgery again for Dwight. He break it down already, man.
Yeah, man. Is it 4 weeks or 4 months?
Months.
Ooh.
Yeah, 4 months.
So he's practically out for this season unless they make it to the finals.
It might be weeks. I don't know.
We'll check it out.
Either way, it's bad.
He's not playing.
either way, because OKC and KD. KD's he's out. He's out too.
Yeah, with his foot, right?
Yeah, his ankle, I think. Or something
He won't be good until probably next year.
But I mean, they still winning. When he back. So I think Dwight might want to get back because come the end of the season, when it's playoff time. I think OKC might gonna be trying to get up in there, and Houston can't be losing no games come March.
Yeah, they can't.
Nah, come March and April. Yeah, you can't be March and April. You can't be losing games. Not in the West, especially not in the West, because you're gonna need about 50 to get in. About 55 to get in. You're gonna need about 55.
Yeah, you're gonna need about 50 from the Ace.
Yeah,
it is tough out there.
Yeah,
you got San Antonio.
You're gonna need. I won't say 55. I say 51. I'll bring it down. I say 51. You're gonna need at least 51 to 52 wins to get the AC in the East. In the West. At least 52 wins. So it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough for a lot of those teams, man. Going down the wire, man. So it's gonna be an interesting finish to the NBA season for sure. Happy signing day to all the youngins. You know what I'm saying? All the seniors.
Snoop's son.
Snoop and Diddy's son at UCLA together.
UCLA. Alabama got the top signing class.
Alabama got a top signing class. Florida State.
Shout out to Mr. Lamar Jackson. We talked about it before. The boy in Beach. Star, he's going to Louisville, so shout him out.
Watch him.
Shout out to all the young brothers getting free rides.
Yeah.
You may not make it to the league, but that free education is priceless.
Make sure you get the education. Don't just go for the athletics, man. Get your education, get your degree. So if it don't work out, you know what? You still got a degree, and you still good. So please don't do nothing stupid with that. And the top recruit, man, the number one player in the land, man. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he's defensive lineman. He gave verbal to Auburn, but he didn't commit today. So there's a chance. I don't know.
He can go anywhere he wants.
Can swap it. He can switch it up on him because he didn't fully commit. He just gave his.
He's gonna be a shot caller.
He might be. I don't know, but he hasn't committed. So we'll see what happens with him. The top 5 players in the country were all defensive linemen.
Look who got drafted.
Big boys, man.
Clowney.
That's true.
JJ Watt. They changed games.
Yeah, linemen. That's true. Linemen do change games.
And then we also got the Hall of Fame. And speaking of linemen, what do you think about the Hall of Fame class?
The HOF.
Got Tim Brown, Will Shields, Bill Polian, the Bus, Jerome Bennis.
Bus.
Charles Haley. About damn time.
About
in the late great Junior Seau.
Junior Seau. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to JR, man. But man, why did it take?
If Charles Haley,
why did it take Charles Haley so long to get
he has
in?
5 chips,
5 championships. I think that's like a record. That's like a record number of Super Bowls or something.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. So he got 5 championships. He was the anchor of the team of the decade for the 80s and the 90s. And he's just getting into the Hall of Fame? Really? Charles Haley. Okay. I don't vote, so I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
it's good that he got in.
I'm glad.
It's about time that he got in.
I'm glad he got in, man. I know they wide receiver you man was happy to see Timmy get in finally. I mean, you know that whole 90s receiving core class, you know JR and Andre Reed and Chris Carter and now Tim Brown, all of them got to get in, man. What you think about Sterling Sharp, man?
Would he get in?
I know I posed this question to you not too long ago, man.
Will he get in?
Is Sterling Sharp a Hall of Fame? I mean, he was dominant for the time period he played.
It's like saying,
did he play long enough?
That means
Sean Taylor? I mean, is that
Tiki Barber?
No.
Tiki Barber had some good seasons.
He wasn't consistently good. Like you put him when you compare running backs, it's different than when you compare receivers. Because do he have the numbers?
You gotta check the numbers, folks.
Do he have the numbers? I don't know. I'm not convinced Tiki Barber has the numbers to be a Hall of Famer.
We'll see, folks. You send us your feedback at RTN Sports. That's RTN Sports at yahoo.com. Whether or not you think Tiki Barber or Sterling Sharp, or you can hit us up on the Twitter.
That's interesting, man.
That's RTN Sports.
Sterling Sharp he's really the only other receiver from that era.
Subscribe.
Follow.
And listen.
Let's
get to the most watched game ever.
Johnny.
No, we talked about Johnny.
We did talk about Johnny.
We talked about Johnny. Yeah. So
I just want to talk about Johnny again. Johnny, get your shit together.
Nah, Johnny will.
Johnny, get it together.
Yeah. Speaking of Johnny Manziel, people was comparing him to Russell Wilson. Now, folks, Russell Wilson, it's the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 49, people out there.
Jermaine Kearse makes a miraculous catch.
Most far Super Bowl of all time. 114.4 million views. That's awesome. That's a lot of damn people watching the game. But man, so what do you think, Pat?
Man.
1 yard? I mean, what do you?
1 yard.
What do you think?
The most entertaining.
I guess before we get into all of the riff-raff that we're gonna talk about the game, we might as well go back to the game and talk about what happened.
I don't know what to say. Pete Carroll, what are you doing? You're like right here, right? It's like we're right here, and you got to get right there. And I'm going to say, yo, Tay, let me run back here. Let me run back here to get right there.
People.
What are you doing? Pete Carroll, what are you doing, Pete Carroll?
He was 1 for 5, though, and on the 1 yard line.
It's Marshawn Lynch.
Beast Mode was out of 5 runs, he only got in 1 time.
It's Marshawn Lynch.
Shout out
to my Africans.
Even though my real Africans. I feel about the real Africans. Shout out to Oakland, too.
It's Oaktown.
Yeah, shout out to Westbrook. Shout out to my teammates.
All right. Yep. I'm thankful. Nah, but I mean, you gotta give the ball. You gotta go ahead and give. We love
the beast mode, man.
You gotta get the ball to beast mode.
You can't get enough beast mode. He's not getting fined either, by the way.
He shouldn't get fined.
He shouldn't get fined, man. I actually think that he probably provided the best coverage at the Super Bowl as far as the story.
Did you see when Beast Mode got off the field?
Man,
he was smiling.
Beast Mode had all the Skittles. He had the best week of everybody. He had the Progressive commercial hit this week.
Yeah, the Skittles.
Yeah,
the Jimmy Fallon show.
What's the Progressive girl name? What's the
Flo?
He said he bought that flow, boss.
There we go.
I'm about that flow, boss.
He'll talk for a check, which I don't blame.
They said his Beast Mode hat. They said New Era. They said that the hat sold out within like 2 hours. So I think Beast Mode actually had a decent week. I mean, they lost the game. He got the party with Snoop after the game.
He did get the party with Snoop.
I wonder what they were doing. Smoking on that Beast Mode.
Smoking on that Beast Mode.
You know, he got his own strand.
A strand from Seattle. Yeah. I heard about that.
He was smoking on that Beast Mode.
We had a legion of bumps.
And bruises.
Earl Thomas.
The legion of bumps and bruises.
Shoulder.
Man, all these jokers got to get surgery.
Richard Sherman. Tommy John.
Man.
Cam Chancellor.
Damn, Cam.
Played with a torn MCL.
Yeah. That's why he had that brace on.
He played though.
Yeah.
There was no way.
Maxwell was hurt.
Yeah. And
what's his name got hurt during the game?
Jeremy Lane.
Jeremy Lane got hurt during the game.
Yeah, broke his arm.
After the interception.
After he talked that trash to Gronk. That fight was good though.
The fight at the end was good.
Did you hear what Gronk said? It's the last game of the season. I might as well throw some haymakers. You might as well just go ahead and throw some haymakers.
We might as well just throw some haymakers.
So, man, it was a great Super Bowl. It's a great Super Bowl.
Y'all line, man.
What would you do, folks? What would you do? Y'all don't even need to ask that question.
Don't answer that question, please. Don't answer that question because everybody knows on the 1 yard line,
you run the ball,
1 timeout with 30 seconds.
With the league's most physical running back
who just ran for 4 yards. You got the beast. I mean, I know you've been 1 for 5, but it's the beast. You got the beast.
You got the beast. You got
the 1 yard line. They wanted to make Russell Wilson the hero.
And is Tom Brady the greatest quarterback ever now?
No.
4 titles.
So what? Terry Bradshaw got 4 titles.
It's true.
Joe Montana got 4 titles.
Who's the greatest quarterback of all time?
Joe Montana.
Why is Joe Montana the greatest quarterback?
Because he's Joe Cool.
Yeah, Joe was the man.
Because he's Joe Cool.
Yes, coming from a San Francisco 49ers.
I mean, he's Joe Cool. I mean, there's no other answer to give than that. You know his credentials.
But Tom has
done the Super Bowl.
Tom has done more with less.
Down 5.
Tom has done more with less.
96 yards. You know the story.
Jerry Rice.
You know the story.
And John Taylor.
But Jerry Rice, look at the school Jerry Rice went to though. Come on, who would have thought Jerry Rice would have been good from Mississippi Valley State?
Really? Bill Walsh.
You can't. I mean, yeah. That's not their fault. They was great. It was not. I mean, you can't blame them for being great. And John Taylor and all those dudes. You can't. I mean, you can't blame them for being great.
Malcolm Butler.
But I'm telling you,
the Butler did it.
95 yards on the Russell Wilson didn't score.
Yeah.
On his game-winning drive.
Russell.
But Joe Montana delivered. On his game-winning drive.
I mean, what would you... I don't understand. I keep replaying it back in my mind. Like, I sat and watched the game and like, no.
You got to go to beast mode. You got to time out. You got to go to beast mode. How do you not go to the beast mode?
Percy Harvin catches that ball. No.
Probably not. Probably still gets picked off. That was a dumb play call. It was a dumb play call.
I mean...
That was the dumbest play call.
I mean,
that was like the worst.
You don't even pass the ball, you don't even pass the ball like that in Pee Wee football.
That was like the worst possible scenario.
I think it's a conspiracy, folks.
Just think about it. I think when Pete Carroll thought about that play,
conspiracy.
The interception was the last thing he thought would happen by calling that play.
Like, if you see a team playing in goal line,
scared, man? You think they were scared to let Beast Mode be MVP?
And that's the next thing. Because Beast Mode's not going to Disneyland, folks. He's going to Compton.
You know where Beast Mode going.
Going to Oaktown.
He about that action, boss.
Yeah, I mean, if Russell Wilson throws a touchdown, he's the MVP.
He's the MVP.
If Beast Mode runs the ball in, he has
to be MVP. He has to be. He had went over 110 yards at that point, then 2 touchdowns, including the game winner. He was going to be MVP. Did they really want him talking to Bob Costas, I think it was, or Chris Collinsworth, or any of them? Do they really want Beast Mode talking to them? Man, did you see Beast Mode on what's my man?
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah,
With Gronk.
Was it with Jimmy Fallon or Conan?
I think it was both. No, I think it was Jimmy.
That was Coney.
It was Coney. Okay.
He was on Coney. Yeah, they were on Coney with the Grump, and they were playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta get Mortal Kombat.
The new joint?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see it. The movie's coming out.
That Mortal Kombat X. I don't know if that X means 10. I think it does, though, because I think this is the 10th Mortal Kombat. But, man, that Mortal Kombat is serious.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
But that little segment that they did with Conan is straight up hilarious, though.
Is it? Priceless?
Straight up
I gotta
hilarious.
YouTube it?
You can YouTube it
After they watch the Real Talk.
Or you can go to the Twitter too. You can just actually go to our Twitter page, and we tweeted it from the Twitter page. So definitely something you can go check out. You know, man, I'm just something just don't sit right with me about this situation with the one Yall line.
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling.
It doesn't have any logic.
I mean, I know the Beast Mode played it off cool, but if I was the Beast Mode, if I was Marshawn Money Lynch, do I really want to go back to Seattle next year? You don't trust me with the game on the line?
You may go to Atlanta.
Yeah. Because my man,
he's a coach.
Got the job now. Oh, Dan Quinn, huh? Dan Quinn got the job in Atlanta. So, I don't know. That'd be an interesting spot for the Beast Mode.
It would be a good spot.
With Julio
and Matt Ryan.
Roddy. Hurry.
Because, facing Steven Jackson.
I mean, yeah, Steven's on his way out. That's not a bad idea. That's going to be interesting. What about the catch, though?
Yeah, like I said, that was one of the best catches ever.
That was an awesome catch.
It wasn't Odell or David Tyree.
I tell you what was priceless.
What was priceless?
The look on Tom Brady's face
when he caught the pass.
When he caught that catch. When he made
was
that
like,
catch,
not this again.
They went to Tom, and Tom looked like he was about to flip. I'm telling you. You talking about blown? I don't think you could be any more blown than Tom Brady was when he caught that pass. Because he was probably like, this again.
This again.
This again. That is crazy. Man, the NFL season is over.
It's over, folks.
That's terrible.
But
what are we gonna do?
Watch baseball?
I'm not watching baseball.
We're gonna watch some baseball.
But I tell you, you can watch Real Talk and Sports.
Or you can watch us. You can subscribe.
Definitely subscribe.
Get
familiar.
You can follow and listen. So.
Listen.
But again, we about to wrap this up.
You know, but it's
part 2.
Volume 7, man, is a wrap.
Y'all here, we ain't going nowhere.
You know we here, man.
Get familiar.
And we still coming.
Subscribe. Follow and listen, folks.
We don't stop.
Gotta give thanks to the Most High for giving us this opportunity weekly. And again, folks, if you're watching this,
work hard. Fall hard.
Give thanks because you have life.
You know it is. Definitely give thanks, man. We appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? You know we're gonna be back next week. Same back time, same back channel with Pat, with Tate. Be easy.
We out.